Come on in, Val. Ward 4 Councilor Val Gilman.
So
Back again. You're a recurring guest on Cape Ann today,
Val.
Val.
And
And
Yeah,
you
you'll
match
be
the
fine.
set. You look so good.
This is like the Lily Tomlin chair.
It's good to see you both.
It's
Thanks
great
for
to
being
see
with
you.
us again.
Yeah.
How have you been? How's summer going?
It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's
How
great.
are those quarries doing?
The quarries are
woods?
pretty calm.
Excellent.
The quarries are calm.
Yeah.
Last summer was hard.
The new parking restrictions, I think, has sent a message out that we have to be respectful to the neighbors, and I think people are doing a good job. The police is doing a good job. They go up in their ATVs and they check from time to time to make sure people are behaving, and we're doing pretty well with the quarries. So thank you.
That's
And
great.
you both helped with sponsoring, hosting some shows and webinars. So thank you.
Well, it was a tough situation last summer. I mean, the whole city had thousands of people come in.
Right.
It was pretty unprecedented, yeah.
Right.
So,
Well, there's nothing else going on last summer except for people trying to escape the city.
Yeah.
Right.
And aren't we lucky to have what we have?
All these natural resources around us and destination points, and you get discovered over and over again and rediscovered, especially with everyone living online essentially last year. So it's great that we got ahead of that issue.
Right, and I'm grateful. And also we increased the parking fee, fines from $15 to $50 for the resident-only parking, which is very helpful. And we added a couple of streets to beach parking as well.
Right.
Last year, so that does help.
Yeah.
So you had to really work with the city and the police department sort of to let them know this is really a problem out here in Ward 4, and can you give us a hand? And where their emphasis is downtown and Good Harbor Beach with all that, right? So how did you want to talk about the success of that relationship? Because
it is a good success, and I was very appreciative that Chief Conley attended that Kory forum that we had, the Zoom forum. It was the first forum that we had on a city matter, and when the mayor was on it as well, and Les Bartlett. It was very helpful. So I think that there has been a good partnership. And what typically we do if we anticipate that there's going to be a hot weekend, I called Assistant Chief Joe Fitzgerald, and he gives me a feel for what the coverage is for the quarries for the weekend. Do they have officers signed up? And so it gives us a sense of peace knowing that there are officers signed up for overtime to go in on the ATVs. And then I typically will spread that with the neighborhood watch group just to give them a heads up that they're up there.
Yeah.
And but they all know that the thing to do when you're concerned about safety, as you call 978-283-1212. You want to always call the dispatch. And so I think we've got a good pattern down and a good partnership. It's the police do a great job.
Yeah.
Really.
Do you spend a lot of time in Annisquam since we're here? Because this is a beautiful setting.
Here?
Oh, yeah.
I do,
Yeah.
yes. I'm on the board of the Annisquam Village Players. I've been on that
saw
for
that
10
actually,
years.
yeah.
Our boat is right at Lobster Cove.
Yeah.
My son works at the Marina Dock. So I'm down here quite a bit.
Yeah.
This used to be my walking terrain.
It's a great
I'm a
walking
mile down Revere Street where I live. But now that we have a 14-month-old golden retriever, we have to do the trails. Having him going around here is it's a little bit crazy.
I want to ask a very official question because people have asked me this. Is Revere Street considered Annisquam? See, you can't answer either.
Is that where the ward divides?
So I call myself Bayview. I don't call myself Annisquam, and I don't know why, but a lot of the events and things down here have always included Revere Street.
Yeah.
I think it's because maybe Marsha Norton was always a major player in everything that happened here, and she's at the end. She was my neighbor and lives at the end. I'm not sure, so I don't know what the official premise is, but I always say that I live in Bayview.
Yeah, I think that's what I would think too. If I think Revere Street, I'm thinking that's more Bayview.
Right.
But you're right there as well.
Right.
So,
Aren't we lucky?
Yeah.
Lucky just being in Gloucester for sure.
Hey, so Val, do we want to talk about the political season right now?
Gee.
This is crazy. So, one thing I want to ask is when we're anticipating a lot of turnover. There's just a lot of new faces, a lot of familiar faces are leaving. How are you feeling about that? Do you get excited knowing you're going to be dealing with new faces? Are you hesitant in any way, or like?
I am always concerned about losing the institutional knowledge because there is a benefit to that. And folks like, Steve LeBlanc and Melissa
and
Cox, Jen,
Jonathan Pope,
John,
there's a lot of names there. Joel.
Even John McCarthy.
Yeah.
I think someone said 40 years.
Yeah.
Collectively.
So I miss that. I will miss that. But now I have 12 years now, 6 years in the school committee, 6 years on the city council. So I guess the things that I hope is that the folks that are truly interested in getting on the council are attending Zoom meetings, they're watching, they're listening, they're looking at the minutes. We need to make sure that they're ready to hit the ground running. We can't be in a learning mode because we have so many issues, and there's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
One of the requirements per the charter is giving them 6 months of minutes and to understand. But now they can watch it in Zoom. So I'm always looking to see who's on the calls, who's listening, who knows what's going on, who's attending the subcommittee. So I hope for those that are really interested that they really start rolling up their sleeves and doing that, because like I said, we are going to be a very young committee. And although there are people running that have strong experience as well, which is great. Jason Grow, former counselor, Tony Gross, former school committee for many years. So there are people coming on board that understand the charter and the bylaws and parliamentary procedure, which does help. But I'm eager to watch the debates, and I'm eager to see people's views on things. And when they call me and they want to talk to me about things, even Jeff Wordley, I didn't leave him.
Right.
I didn't mention him, but he's a former city councilor as well. But when they call me and say, let's meet, what are the big issues that you see? I really respect that, because that's a learning curve, right? It's really important. So I'm looking
So what
forward.
are the big issues that you see on the horizon in the upcoming year?
Well, I think I'm eager to see the results of the open space survey that the Open Space and Recreation partnership with Community Development has done. I think that's really important. I think that's always a good way to prioritize what our values are and what the taxpayers really want. I think that's really important. We have a lot of challenges with private road repair right now. We have a very good betterment policy. I just did Squamrock Road, where we're doing a betterment. Nashua Ave did one. It's great, but you know what? We need to get more money in that public Chapter 90 fund from the state. Currently, we get $700,000. That's only enough money to repave all our public roads for every 40 years, and they need to be repaved every 20 years. And as a result, we're very hesitant to take new streets and make them public, even if they're highly used roads, because we don't get enough money to even do the current public roads that we have. So that's an issue that we really need to kind of, start lobbying more with our legislators and get them on board. So that, to me, is one of the issues in this ward that's near and dear, that people are potholes on streets. People are on a private road. They have to repair them with their own abutters, and that's a struggle. They don't
hard.
know that, and then we have to explain that. And they're grumpy, and
It's one of the biggest issues in local government, right? Potholes.
It really is.
It really is.
It's
It always comes down to potholes. It's amazing.
Yeah, right. No, it's true.
Well,
Yeah.
Val, we really appreciate your time.
Oh,
You've
my
been a
time goes
great-
so fast.
It's
I could sit and
It's
talk all
amazing.
day.
I know.
Gee.
We have to do that. We have to have a longer
Really?
conversation.
Yeah. Well, you've been a great friend of Cape Ann today too.
Yeah.
So we
Thank
thank you
you.
again.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the rest of your summer, Val.
Thank
too.
you.
So good to see
And
you.
both
the
are
next time
awesome.
we're in the neighborhood, it could be Bayview next time.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh!
Tap on your
we
shoulder,
We
yeah.
can do it we can do it in the trails, or
Yeah.
we can do it at the fire station.
Yeah, seriously,
that'd be
now we're
fun.
talking.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
All right.
That's okay.
It's
We
all
all
right.
are. Val
Yeah.
Gilman,
Take
your
care.
ward counselor for
Thank
Ward
you.
4.
Bye.
Thanks so much, Val.
Thank you.